Day 23 of being laid off from my job and pursuing my dream of being a full-time game dev. To continue the effort in transitioning all current functionality to replicated netcode, today I am tackling the dungeon generator, which, to be honest, I was a little nervous about because it's a rather extensive and important system. However, it ended up not being as bad as I thought. The issue needing to be solved is that if I allow the generation code to run on the server and the client, we can and will run into inconsistencies as the dungeon being spawned will be out of sync. If we look at some of my debug messages, you can see here the server and the client are both trying to generate a dungeon, but are almost immediately out of sync as shown right here. The fix for this is relatively simple. We just want the code to run on the server and mark the dungeon rooms themselves to replicate. I thought this might be a good time to give a brief synopsis of the flow of how the dungeon generator works. First, we call spawn floor, which calls spawn start room, which then calls spawn room, and that gets called recursively until the floor room count is met. After that, it fires floor complete, which then checks if the generator correctly spawned rooms that I marked as required, and if not, it spawns them in. Then it checks if all requirements are met and will tell me if the dungeon generation was successful or not, which it will then call dungeon complete. I also went ahead and got enemies and traps replicating, which means I believe that catches everything up with proper netcode. I thought this was going to take a bit longer, but I'm happy it didn't, as we can now move on to more exciting stuff. Well, that will do it for day 23. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.